can build a treehouse in the pine trees. We can keep our secrets buried underneath. Wildflowers crash between your fingers, clinging to the wild things that raised us. Compass point you home, calling out from the east.
Hi, I'm Sim Lee.
Hi, I'm Sim Hui.
And we are the founders of LIVLOLA, and LIVLOLA is a local brand that sells handbag and accessories. We actually wanted to do something on our own. So it started off last May when we actually went to this huge exhibition in China. In fact, it's one of the largest exhibition in Asia. So in the exhibition, we actually was exposed to many different manufacturers that manufactures like technology, food, and fashion items. So at a point of time, we were very determined to find a business opportunity that both of us can relate and is passionate about. So we were actually quite torn between food and fashion, like health food and fashion, because both of us really love to eat healthy food as well. But end of the day, we chose fashion because we thought that fashion is something that we are more passionate about, and we think we can excel better in fashion. The first challenge that we came about was, we went to the expo and we have to ask about the MOQs for products that we like. And of course, the MOQ for manufacturers are really, really high. And for a startup company, we can't really absorb that huge volume yet because we still haven't built our base. So that's one of our challenges that we have faced since. But then we found out another way to make it happen, and so we managed to pick some of the products from some of the manufacturers that allows smaller quantity and list it into our website.
Yes. Another challenge would be also to identify what is our target market like, what is their demand. Of course, we have our own style, like when we source for products. By the way, we don't manufacture our products yet. Right now, we're still sourcing, but in the near future, our goal is to have our own brand and manufacture our own bags and accessories. So one of the challenges is to identify what our customer like. So whether they like our brand, our style, the colors, the designs, and whatnot. So often we do a lot of surveys to identify what is their likings and demands. I believe empowering women means women today were different from before. Even like 10 years back, very rare you'll find women entrepreneurs, let alone like it's men domination, like the high ranked positions in the normal corporates, they're mainly guys. And I think there's a very huge deviation in a sense. So, I am a feminist and I believe she is as well. So we strongly believe that we can be equally strong as men. And in terms of entrepreneurship, which is like growing, it's a growing trend within these few years. We think it's important that women have to stand out. Like if you have a passion and interest and you think that you want to make it into a business, just give it a go. Like you should not be afraid that you may not be able to cope, or you have a family to take care of. Like all these will come in naturally if it is your true passion. So that's how we define women empowerment.
Since working, we actually seen quite a lot of female holding a huge position in a company. So, and they are really capable. They are mainly like bosses of a company and stuff like that. So, and these women actually inspire us, and it actually gives strength for us to build our own brand. Actually, they actually they are so knowledgeable. They teach us so many things, and that kind of vibe actually helps us to come up with our own thing and just do whatever that we want to do.
We have a dad, and he's actually an entrepreneur himself. So he is also one of our inspirations, whereby he actually pushed us pretty hard for us to come out on ourselves. Being an employee in a corporate job, it's good. Out of uni, you get to apply what you learn in uni. That's fantastic. But after that, try to have something of your own, because it's something that you start from scratch and you watch it grow along the way. And if you're doing something that you love every single day, it won't feel like a work in a way, although there may be times and days that you're so sick of it, customer complaints, shipment delays, all those sort of things.
But you'd be surprised, this kind of stress, right? Even though it's really stress, but somehow it's a positive stress. It's not the stress that you have when you're working in a corporation. It's totally different. But it's all worth it at the end of the day. Entrepreneurship has been a fashion among millennials today. Everybody wants to do their own thing. They want to call themselves boss, right? But entrepreneur is not as glamorous as it seems. It's all about the dirt, the grind, and the hustle. So if you are not willing to put 100% of your time and effort into your idea or your product, then don't take the leap. But if you do, you have to test it out, test your product immediately to your target audience, and launch it right away, because you don't need to wait for a product to be perfect to launch it. You can just launch it and improve from there on, because at the end of the day, it's all about execution and not the idea.
Okay, one thing that we have experienced or we've seen get exposed to is that entrepreneurship can be a lonely road, whereby everyone else have their stable jobs, happily receiving a salary on a monthly basis. Their life seems relatively perfect compared to yours, where as an entrepreneur, you're bootstrapping, you have to find resources at the easiest means. You have to use your connections really well. So for entrepreneurs who have failed before, it can take quite a bit for them to get back into forming another business from scratch. It takes in a lot of effort and money as well. So it is definitely not easy. But this is our first business, so we have yet to experience that sort of feelings of failing in a business. So touch wood. But advice to them is never give up, because if you have yet to find something that you're passionate of, and or maybe you have found it but it failed, try to go for something else, or perhaps you can keep making that one thing that you're passionate of, keep improving it, keep developing it, and hopefully one day, the world is so huge, there will definitely be a space for you to survive. So find your footing there and just pray hard. You will do it. Yeah.